This is Tracey Marshall from Travels with Tracey, and we are traveling through the Middle Ages. With each podcast, we explore new and exciting destinations specifically for mature travelers. That is, travelers that are between 35 and 70. That's my specialty, or what I like to do the most. These travelers are more into relishing their time than staying at budget hotels and partying all night. I enjoy people who want to experience where they are, be it an adventure trip, let's say whitewater rafting in Costa Rica, or those who enjoy the cobblestone streets of a quaint French town, sitting in a cafe and enjoying fine wine and cheese, or hiking to Machu Picchu. Those are the people I identify with. This week's destination is London. Yes, London, that magical city that combines the modern with the classic, the young and the old. London is a true melting pot. Stodgy is out and diversity is in. Why do I adore London? Well, it's easy. No real language difficulties, and everyone is quite pleasant. The food is good, especially if you like Indian cuisine, and London is for everyone. In fact, there are so many things to do in London, you could spend a lot of time in the city and never really see all the amazing sights it has to offer. Well, if you are traveling with Tracey through the Middle Ages, I can help narrow down some choices and zero in what you are looking for. Let's start with the basics. There are two major airports, but most people tend to fly into Heathrow from the United States, although Gatwick is certainly an option. From Heathrow, you can bother with a bus or taxi, but hey, you're on vacation. So I would ask the concierge at your hotel before you arrive if they offer any type of transportation or arrange a private transfer with a company they would recommend. After a long flight and usually very little sleep, it's wonderful to see your name on a sign and you can be ushered to your hotel in no time. Heathrow is located 15 miles from downtown London, but with traffic, it takes approximately 30 minutes. So, where to stay? Most people think that downtown London is fab. It's old, has the Tower of London, St. Paul's Cathedral, really quite nice. But think again. The real London rolls up the carpet at night and is literally a ghost town in more ways than one. I would definitely suggest staying in a walkable area near the sites, such as South Kensington, Mayfair, Southwark, which is pronounced Southwark, no U or W, or my personal favorite, Westminster. Now, I'm not going to bore you with all the fabulous hotels that are located in London. There are far too many to mention, but a few are quite nice and stand out with my clients. These hotels are rated 4 to 5 stars. And please notice that I do not recommend American chains, such as Hilton, Hyatt, Westin's, or Marriott's. This is London, right? So let's feel like we are in London and not just another predictable American hotel. The Stafford in Westminster, the Montague in Bloomsbury, the Connaught in Mayfair, the Goring and Grosvenor Gardens, which is pronounced Grosvenor, these are all wonderful hotels. One of my personal favorites is the St. Ermines in Westminster. Why? Well, the customer service is wonderful, the location is perfect, and the price is reasonable. I especially like the fact that it is located down a quiet side street. The New Scotland Yard is a block away, the St. James Tube is a block away, and it gives a traditional vibe with modern touches. Now then, as you probably already know, your hotel room will not likely be available until 1 to 3 p.m. Therefore, what should a jet-lagged tourist do upon arrival? Slap some water on your face, refresh your makeup, give a couple dabs of cologne, and off you go, literally to the hop-on, hop-off bus. This is the best way to relax and see the city's most famous sights in about 3 hours. Perfect timing before your room is ready to orientate yourself to this wonderful, albeit crazy city. Purchase your voucher in the States and then redeem your voucher at the Victoria 4 Fountain Square. This is in walking distance from your hotel. Just ask the concierge for directions and the walking in the fresh air will invigorate you. It's about a 20-minute walk, and once there, you can secure your seat on the upper open deck if possible. Hopefully, there is no rain, and you can truly enjoy seeing all the sights with your English-speaking headset, part of the price of the ticket, to explain to you which historical sites you are seeing and some of the meanings behind them. You will go past Harrods and the Shard, Wellington Statue and the Victoria and Albert Museum, St. Paul's Cathedral and Westminster Abbey. Madame Tussauds and the London Dungeon, Buckingham Palace and the London Eye. What's nice about this ticket is that you can use it for the next 24 hours. So if you see something interesting that you wish to explore further, you can hop off and check it out within a 24-hour period. We had tickets waiting for us at will call to see the London Eye, a tad overrated in my estimate, but when you are in Paris, you see the Eiffel Tower. When you are in London, you see the London Eye. Once is perfect. In fact, it's quite perfect. You see the London Eye, which also gives you a higher perspective of London, and you can see from above the sights you've been seeing from below to better orientate yourself, and then you can simply walk across the Westminster Bridge to your hotel, which is located an approximate 20-minute walk north. When you arrive at your hotel, you can unpack, go to dinner. There is a great fish and chips restaurant called the Sanctuary House. It's about a 5-minute walk from St. Ermin's and has some great, wonderful pies. That is a pie that is filled with meat, chicken, seafood, etc., or some great fish and chips. A couple of beers later, and you are ready to go back to your hotel, shower, and sleep, sleep, sleep. After a restful sleep, you will be greeted with a wonderful English breakfast. Most hotels offer these breakfasts as part of the price, and dig in. They are a delight. Eggs and bacon, sausage and toast, fruit and stewed tomatoes. Yes, that's right, stewed tomatoes. And while I'm on the subject, you also have baked beans. Yep, baked beans for breakfast. But when in Rome or London, eat the baked beans and get fueled for a wonderful day of sightseeing. Some of the definite sights to see is the Tower of London. I would suggest hiring a private guide for a full day of sightseeing. This way you can gather an insider's look and a one-on-one conversation with someone who is knowledgeable. In England, they actually have a school very similar to our college courses for guides. Once they graduate, they are certified and are known as Blue Badged Guides. These guides are teeming with knowledge, and if you are interested in something specific, perhaps the Tate Modern Museum, they will show and tell you interesting anecdotes on the subject. Anyway, it's a great way to see the city, and the cost averages about 350 British pounds for a full day. You can either hire for a full or half day, and this price does not include any entrance fees, transportation fees, lunch and beverages, and gratuity, which is usually 20%. This is paid directly to the guide in British pounds. Thanks for traveling through the Middle Ages with me. I would love to continue this conversation with you, so just head to my Facebook page at facebook.com/travelswithtracy. I have a link to my page in the podcast notes. Don't forget to subscribe to this podcast on iTunes or your favorite podcast player. When you do, my podcast can automatically upload to your smartphone. Safe travels!